Genesis chapter 37. Wayeth Yaakov beherrscht Megure Habiw beherrscht Canaan. And Yaakov dwelt in the land of the sojournings of his father. Beherrscht Canaan, in the land of Canaan. Ele toledot Yaakov. These are the generations of Yaakov. Yosef ben Sheva Eshere Shana Hayaro et Echayu Bathon. Yosef, the son of 17 years, was feeding flock with his brothers among the flock. Wuhu na'ar et b'nei Bilhah et b'nei Zilpah nethehabiu. And he was a lad with the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, the women of his father. Vayaber Yosef et dibatam ra'ah el abihem. And Yosef brought a bad report of them to their father. Yisrael ahab et Yosef mikol banayu. And Yisrael loved Yosef more than all his sons. Ki ben zekunim hu lo, because a son of his old age he was to him. Wa'asha lo ketonet pasim. And he effectuated or made for him a tunic of palms, that is, to the hands, the palms of the hands and feet. And his brothers saw Ki oto habihem mikol echayu, that their father loved him more than all his brothers. And they hated him. V'lo yachlu dabbero l'shalom. And they were not able wording him for peace. They were not able to word for him for peace. They were not able to speak peaceably with him. Yahalom Yosef halom. And Yosef dreamed a dream. Vayaged le'echayu. And he told it to his brothers. Vayosifu od shenohoto. And they added still to hate him. Vayomer halehem. And he said to them, Shim'ona ha'halom hadeh atra halamati. Hear ye, I pray, this dream which I have dreamed. V'hinne anachnu mahalamim alumim b'toch hashad. Behold, we were binding up bindings. We were binding up bindings of sheaves in the midst of the field. V'hinne qama alumati. And behold, my binding, my sheaf, arose. Ugamanithava. And also it stood up. V'hinne tsuberna alumotechem. And behold, your sheaves, your bindings, surrounded. Watishatahawerna lahalumati, and they bowed down as to worship toward my sheaf, my binding. Wayomeru lo echau. And his brothers said to him, Hamaloka timaloka alenu. Is it that rulingly thou shouldst rule over us? Imama shol timashol banu. Is it that having dominion thou shalt have dominion among us? Wayosifu odashanohoto al halomotai wa al davarau. And they added yet a hating of him on account of his dreams and on account of his words. Wayahalom od halom acher. And he dreamed yet still another dream. Wayasaperhoto leechau. And he told it to his brothers. Wayomer hinne halamati halom od. And he said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream yet. Wahinne hashemesh wahayarech wa'ahad ashar kokabim mishtahawim li. And behold, the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowing down as to worship me. And he told it to his father, and to his brothers. And his father rebuked him. And he said to him, what is this dream? Which thou hast dreamed. Is it that comingly we would come, I and thy mother and thy brothers? To bow down to thee, to the ground? And his brothers were being jealous of him. And his father kept the word. And his brothers came, or went, to feed the flock of their father, Bishechem in Shechem. Wayomer Yisrael el Yosef, halo acheka roim Bishechem. And Yisrael said to Yosef, Is it not thy brothers are feeding the flock in Shechem? Come now, and I would send thee to them. And he said to him, Behold me. Et shalom achaka et shalom hathon. And he said to him, Go now, see the peace of thy brothers and the peace of the flock. Wahathi beni dabar, and return me a word. Wayishalahehu. And he sent him me'emek Hebron, from the valley of Hebron. Wayabo Shekemah. And he came to Shechem. ويمتعه and a man found him within Netor Bashad, and behold, inclining in a field. That is wandering about. ويشاله هايش لأمور. And the man asked him, saying, Mahatavakesh, what art thou seeking? Wayomer et achai anochi mavakesh. And he said, my brothers I am seeking. Hagida nali epohem roim. Tell thou, I pray, to me, I pray you tell me, where they are feeding. Wayomer haish nasa'o mither. And the man said, they have journeyed from this place. Ki shama'ati omerim. For I heard saying, Nelaka dotayana. Let us go to Dothan. Wayelak Yosef achar echayu. Wayemataim Dothan. And Yosef went after his brothers, and he found them in Dothan. Wayerahuhoto merahok. And they saw him from afar. And when yet, or not yet, he had approached to them, and they had dealt craftily with him to kill him. And they said, a man to his brother, behold, this Lord of dreams is coming. This, the Lord of the dreams, is coming. The owner, possessor of the dreams. The one who had the dreams, that is. And now, come ye, and we would kill him. And we would cast him into one of the pits. And we shall say, an evil beast hath eaten him. And we shall see what shall be, what his dreams shall be. And Reuben heard, and he caused him to slip from their hand. And he said, let us not strike him of soul. And Reuben said to them, let us not pour out blood, or pour ye not out blood. Throw ye him to this pit which is in the wilderness. And don't send ye a hand upon him. So that he might cause him to slip from their hand. Lahathibo Elabiu, to return him to his father. Wayahi Kahatharaba Yosef Ela Echayu, and it was as when Yosef came to his brothers, Wayapshitu et Yosef et Kutonato, and they stripped Yosef of his tunic et the Kuton et the Hapasim at Ra'alau, the tunic of the palms which was upon him. Wayqahu Wayashlihu hoto habora, and they took him and they cast him to the pit. Wahabora req, and the pit was empty. In the Bormayim, there was not water in it. Wayethabu lehekol lehem, and they sat to eat bread. Wayeshu enehem wayeru, and they lifted up their eyes and they saw. Wihine orahat yishma'ahelim ba migilad, and behold, a traveling company of Yishma'ahelim coming from Gilead. Ugamalehem nosheim, and their camels carrying nakot spices, uthari, and balm, walot, and myrrh, holakim, lahori, the Mithrayim, going to descend toward Mithrayim. Wayomer Yehuda ele Echayu, and Yehuda said to his brothers, Mahabetha ki naharog et achinu, what gain that we kill our brother? Wikisinu et damo, and we cover his blood. Laku wenimkarenu la yishma'elim wayadenu halatahibo. Come ye, and let us sell him to the Yishma'elim, and our hand let it not be upon him. Ki achinu b'sharenu, because he is our brother, our flesh. Vayishma'u echayu, and his brothers listened. Vaya'averu anashim midyanim soharim, and Midianite men passed, merchant men. Vayimshaku Waya'alu et Yosef min habor, and they drew out and they lifted up Yosef from the well or the pit. Vayimkaru et Yosef leYishma'elim be'esharim kasef, and they sold Yosef to the Yishma'elim for 20 silvers. Wayavihu et Yosef Mithrayim, and they brought Yosef to Mithrayim. Wayatob Reuben el Habor, and Reuben returned to the pit. Wihinen Yosef Babor, and behold, there was no Yosef in the pit. Wayikra et Begadayu, and he tore his garments, his clothes. Wayathob Elachiu, and he returned to his brothers. Wayomar, and he said, Hayelet enenu wahani ana aniba, the boy is not there. And where am I going? وَيَقَهُ etakatonat Yosef, and they took the tunic of Yosef. وَيَشَحَتُ شَعِيرَ عِزِّهِمْ, and they killed a he-goat of the ewes, of the he-goat of the female goats, sorry. وَيَتَبَّلُوا etahaktonet badam, and they dipped the tunic in the blood. وَيَشَلَّحُوا etakathonat hapasim, and they sent the tunic of the palms. وَيَابِهُ elhabihem, and they brought to their father. وَيُهْمَرُ thot matahnu, and they said, this we have found. Hakkarna hakkatonat binnaka he imalo. Recognize now the tunic of thy son, it is, or not? Wayakira wayomer katonat bini, and he recognized it, and he said, the tunic of my son. Hayara akalatahu, an evil beast hath eaten him. Tarof torap Yosef, tearingly, Yosef is torn. وَيَقْرَأَ Yaakov, and Yaakov tore Shimalotayu. Yaakov tore his garments. وَيَشَمَشَقْ بِمَوْتَنَاyu, and he set sackcloth on his loins, around his waist, that is. وَيَتَهَبَّلَ عَلَى بَنُو يَامِيمَ رَبِّيمْ, and he mourned himself on account of his son many days. وَيَقُومُ كُلُّ بَنَيْهِ وَكُلُّ بَنَاتِهِ لَحَمُوا, and all his sons and all his daughters arose to comfort him. وَيَمَهِنْ لِهِتْنَهِمْ, and he refused to comfort himself. وَيُمَرْ كِي هَرَدْ هَلَبَنِي أَبِلْ شُهُولَ, and he said, because I will go down to my son mourning to Sheol. وَيَبْكَهُ Abiu, and his father wept for him. وَحَمَّدَانِيم مَكَرُوهُ Elamithraim, and the Midyanim sold him to Mithraim, to Egypt. Lepotifar saris Paro, to Potiphar, an officer of Paro. Shar Hatabahim, a prince of the guardmen.